Hey everybody, Gamer Gramps here. Today we are going to be finishing off our series that we've been playing with the Cree, where we're going to be doing a scientific victory. We're fairly close to the end here. A little embarrassed to say that we're already at turn 233 and we're definitely not anywhere exactly near going to space. But we will get there, that's for sure. Now, I honestly don't know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. I will be finishing this game, but if I'm feeling a little bit better, a little bit later, we actually might start a brand new other game. But in the meantime, we're definitely finishing this one off here. Now, if you've stumbled across this and you're not catching it live, I always do my best to, when I'm talking and interacting with the chat, that I read out the questions they ask me so that if you have it on full screen and on whatever device you're using, you can follow along and understand the conversation we're having so that you can learn from it or laugh if they're making fun of me or whatever it happens to be. And other than that, if you do want to catch up, like jump back to turn 1 and see how we got here, there's a link in the description. Otherwise, whenever this is finished streaming and we're all done with it and it's on the channel, there'll be a link pinned in the comment section as well at the top of the comments. But other than that, I'm going to shut up and we're going to get going here. So when we last left off last night, we had just thank Christ, because it had been a while, as you can see, our culture kind of sucks really bad, but we just finally unlocked democracy, so we're going to be going ahead and switching into that immediately. So now that we have democracy going, we are definitely going to be going ahead and looking to get in if I can find it here. Oh, there we go. I'm blind. New Deal, because we definitely want to have our population as happy as they possibly can be. Ideally, we're looking to have them ecstatic, and this card, New Deal, is a godsend. It really makes that a lot easier. Now, what we are also going to be looking for, I don't think I've discovered it yet. No, we haven't. There is a diplomatic policy card that we're going to be going for very shortly that helps protect your spaceports so that it makes your spies even more powerful when they're defending you trying to get into space. So we will definitely be going ahead and throwing that in soon. But for the moment, we will just go ahead and might as well take some extra gold for free, because we only have 2 spies at the moment, and they're both working in our spaceports to defend them, so it doesn't matter. There's absolutely no point in having their operations take less time. Other than that, though, we are definitely sticking with our 5-year plan and rationalism. Public works, because we need builders to sacrifice to our space gods to help get off the planet, and then aesthetics here in order to help boost our culture, because we still have a ways to go. We eventually want to get all the way over here. We want to get towards synthetic technocracy in order to unlock that government type. So we've got a ways to go. We're just over here, but we will get there sooner rather than later, and having that extra boost from our theater squares definitely helps us get there sooner. The reason we're going for there is because it gives you plus 30% production towards all city projects, and guess what? Our space projects, which are going to let us win the game, count as city projects. Now that we finally have unlocked democracy, we have been waiting for so long to get there. We're going to pop over here to our city. We have Magnus already ready and waiting. He's established and good to go. So we are going to come to here, and this is the city where we have our government plaza. So now we are going to go ahead and be choosing the Royal Society here. And what that does is it allows builders to gain the ability to use all of their charges to provide bonus production to a district project. 1 per city per turn. And guess what? Our space projects are district projects. So this is basically going to allow us to sacrifice all these builders we've been making for the last however many turns, and we're going to start sacrificing them one by one in order to help boost our science projects and get into space that much quicker. So now that we have that set in, normally it would be 11 more turns, but because we had a little bit of planning ahead of time, we had saved 2 tiles here that we have ready and waiting that we are going to chop these 2 forests to help produce it even faster. So Magnus is there. We're going to go ahead and give this a chop down to 5 and give this a chop, and there you go. Now that is why I saved those 2 forests way back in the ancient era. I had you can see here I put the don't disturb sign on and pinned it there so I didn't screw that up. But that's why, because now we hit democracy, so boom, instantly that same fucking turn now we can come over here to our spaceport. And for instance, we are working on our launch moon landing, which has 8 turns left. So we'll go ahead and grab a builder that we have sitting here. Here's a 6 charge builder. Oh, I guess I probably should have had him waiting on the spaceport. That's a little bit anticlimactic. But next turn, we're going to sacrifice that builder. And in the meantime, let's start getting all these builders even closer. We have also saved all of these chops in the city here that are available to us, and we will be doing those once we get to the space race project where you the one where you speed up the light years. Like you have 50 light years to get to that planet, and you can speed it up by doing those extra projects. That's what we'll be sacrificing all these chops for. So in the meantime, that's what we'll be chopping all of those tiles for. In the meantime, we're just going to be sacrificing our builders one at a time in order to boost these other projects and get to that one a little bit quicker. Okay, now that we got all that out of the way, we got our policy cards in properly. Let's take a look here and see how our city status is doing. And there you go. So we have almost all of our cities are ecstatic, which is good, because in case you don't know, that happy cities grow 10% faster and have 5% bonus production, but ecstatic cities grow 20% faster and have 10% better production. So that is why it's really important for us to keep our cities, to keep our cities and our citizens as happy as possible, because it's going to allow us to finish the game faster. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and double check here. Let's get rid of some of our diplomatic favor for some gold. We can sell off some strategic resources that we don't need as well. For instance, some uranium here. So let's see if she's interested. Unfortunately, they're not high enough in technology where she wants it yet. So we're just going to pop by. Okay, so she definitely wants oil. So let's go ahead and see what she'll give us for 20. Okay, so she'll do 10. Let's see if she'll do it for less. 8. Alright, so she'd probably do it for 15 rather than 20. And that's right. So there we go. We saved ourselves 5 oil. In the meantime, let's also get rid of our salt here. And so she'll do that. And then let's take all of her bulk gold. Let's add that on. And we'll just add on... our diplomatic favor, just the right amount. And there we go. So for 42 diplomatic favor, 1 salt, and 15 oil, we're going to get 20 gold per turn and 416 bulk gold from her. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just 1 second here. I got to pop over to my other screen and make it so I can actually read what people are saying. So, hey, Kamo, how is it going? So, Kamo says, man, you always stream at 4 a.m. I just won a game with Rome. Dominated. Right on. What, like, you dominated as in, like, a domination victory and you won by killing everybody? Or you just won the game with Rome and you dominated the game? Game Tier says, yo, I'm playing Minecraft at the moment, but I'll be back to watch you. Right on. No problem. Sounds good. We'll shoot the shit later when you get back then. Alright, so we traded that stuff towards her. Let's keep going down the list here. We definitely are taking a look for any possible amenities that we can trade for, but in the meantime we will also get rid of our strategics here. Now, as far as the aluminum goes, we don't want to trade too much of it because we're going to need it for our space projects, but right now we get 4 aluminum per turn and we're capped out at 50, so like we're literally just throwing 4 aluminum a turn away essentially, so we might as well get something for it. Unfortunately, the Mali is too far technologically behind where they don't want it. However, they do want our oil, so let's go ahead and see what we can get here. Okay, so might as well just do 15. That's the most that he'll give. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we can always check, because since they are so behind, they might want our other stuff. Not as much for the niter, but better than nothing, since our niter's just sitting there anyway. So we'll trade this stuff away. Not gonna bother any horse or any iron, but do you want our horses? And he does. So sure, we'll give you some horses. Meanwhile, we're going into space and we're trading them horses. Maybe they're thoroughbreds though, right? You never know. Maybe he has a horse racing problem. Oops. Wrong button. Alright, we'll take it. I think that's pretty much it, right? Do you want coal? Huh. And that should be good enough for now. We're getting some more money. So now let's go ahead. We have been saving our money for one more turn here until this city produces our campus, and then we are going to be buying them a library, we're going to buy them their university, and we're going to buy them their research center, because we are beelining it for rapid deployment here so that we can get the Amundsen Scott research station. Humble Monkey says, "What's up, boss? How's the day going?" The day is going okay. As far as what's up, not much, just playing here. I'm gonna finish off our game and go to space. I really didn't sleep the best at all, and I'm freaking tired and a little bit freaking cranky, if I'm gonna be honest. So we're gonna finish this game for sure. We might start another one afterwards if I get in a better mood and am not so tired. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, if we don't start the game tonight, then we'll start it on Monday. But we're going to be starting that pirate game that I was talking about, so I'm looking forward to doing that. In the meantime, for now, we're going to put a hold on building all of our builders. So what we're going to do is go into our cities, and we are going to find our campuses, and we are going to make sure that they are being completely worked. And then what we are going to do is come here and just put all of our cities on campus research grants. And just as our cities finish our builders now, we're going to cycle through and just keep doing this to all of them. Okay, so same thing here. We're coming in. Oops, that's the theater square. Wrong one. Here we go. This is their campus. So doing the same thing. And now, campus research grants. Okay. And, again, same thing. Just rinse and repeat here. So, filling that up and getting them to start doing that. And so what this is going to do is it's going to skyrocket our science as much as it can be at the moment. And the reason that we're doing this, even though we're so far into the technology tree, is that we want to get to this last future tech right here. Oh, that's so funny. And it was true. Alright, so just so you know, these are all supposed to be random technologies, and it actually tells you before these were actually revealed. When you click on this last technology here, it shows you which ones you need to get in order to get to space. So that's something that I never knew before. I had heard that, but now we've confirmed it. So in the meantime, we're going to get smart materials first so that we have the Exoplanet Expedition available to us. And in the meantime, after that, we are going to go towards future tech. But the reason we're boosting our science so high is because once we get here, every time we research that tech, it gives us a boost towards our city projects, which will help us get to space quicker. Hey Daniel, how's it going tonight? Daniel says, I'm using the Bucks right now. So much fun. Good. See, yeah, looking forward to starting with the game with them. But again, because I'm feeling kind of shitty tonight, I might not do it. We'll see once we get to space here. Alright, so here, again, same thing, just rinse and repeat. We're filling our campuses up. Oh, do we not have... They don't have a research lab. Okay, that's why. I was like, why is there only 2 and not 3? But that's fine. We'll buy that for them after we hook up that other city that we already talked about. So just go ahead and get some research grants going. So Kamo says, I took the domination victory. It was the fastest win. Okay, nice. I had 3 times score compared to everyone else. Legions rule. As soon as I hit legions, I upgraded my warriors and took half the map. You talked about playing Witcher 3. Is that still going to happen? Yes, it is still going to happen. It just won't be happening probably for another week or 2. I'll be starting to stream The Witcher 3 right now. So last night in the stream, we talked a whole bunch about the new membership ability that I have on the channel for people to join the membership and stuff like that. And then we kind of brainstormed ideas to have, like, for membership perks and things that you can unlock for becoming a member. And then I had released that video earlier today, which kind of explained everything, and then asked for ideas from the community as well. And so one of those ideas was to have members have their names like scroll across the screen, sort of like a ticker tape type deal. And so I talked to one of my friends, and like, well, first off, I looked how to do it, and I figured out how to do it. So that was mission number 1. But then so I just talked to my friend who's a graphic designer, and he's going to be designing me an overlay for when I stream now, so that I'll have all that stuff on there, like people's names who are members will like rotate on a ticker tape, and if people decide to like super chat and stuff, it'll say like top super chat for the day or whatever, and there'll be like notifications and stuff that'll pop up. And so I'm going to be waiting to start The Witcher 3 until I have all that stuff hooked up, which will probably be next week most likely. But because I'm not paying him anything and he's just my friend doing it for me, I've given him a little bit of a window. So worst case scenario, it'll be about 2 weeks from now that I'll be starting to stream that. Yeah, and there you go. So I'll shut up and keep on rolling here. What are we doing? We finished the builder. I feel like I'm having Groundhog Day, but it's just we have so many cities that just finished builders this same turn here. Right. Where is your campus? Oh, I am blind. I was about to ask if... Am I blind? I don't see it, but I am blind. It was right beside the city. I want to quickly, before I go ahead and do that, I want to take a look here. We're not going to change the policies, but I want to see... There's... Liberalism, I know. +1 amenity to all cities with at least 2 specialty districts, which is good. But there's another one that gives you amenities. Ah, right here. Okay, civil prestige. This is the one. I wanted to make sure I had that unlocked before I did that. So, establish governors with at least 2 promotions provide +1 amenity and +2 housing. So, what we're going to do, because we don't need these specific government promotions now, but we'll go ahead and just promote her a random second time, and then we'll do Victor next, and then we'll go from there. But I mean, we won't be unlocking that many more governors by the time we're out of the game yet. Or wait, maybe we will, because I think you get an extra government. Or no, that's the civics tree that you get the government promotion. I'm getting it mixed up. Anyways. Alright, so let's all gather around the spaceport and get ready to sacrifice ourselves to the space gods. In the meantime, though, here we're going to go ahead and next turn we'll go ahead and build solar farms before sacrificing them. And then we're doing the same thing over here with this spaceport, because once we get to that point where we launch our Exoplanet Expedition, we are going to be using both spaceports in order to chop faster. So speaking of which, now that we've chopped with Magnus here, we're going to go ahead and switch him and Reyna. And that's because we want Magnus in the city to boost all these chops that we're going to make and make them a lot more powerful. And again, it's just to help us finish the game faster. Alright, so reassign to wherever Reyna is. And then Reyna can come over here to this city because we had our best had our best commercial hub there, so she's going to make us the most money by being in that city. So Kamo, how have you been? It's been a few live streams since you popped in. I know it's definitely not ideal for you with the time zones the way they are. Alright, so again, we're just moving all of our builders slowly but surely down towards the spaceport to sacrifice them. Oh, really? Kamo says, laugh out loud, there actually was a cult in the USA who sacrificed themselves for the space gods. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. I'm glad that we're being at least historically accurate then. Alright, so our alliance expired with the Dutch, so what we're going to do is quickly go ahead and declare our friendship. And then what we are going to do is squeeze her for money for open borders. And get every little penny we can. And now go ahead and renew our alliance and get her to pay us some more money. There we go. So again, rinse and repeat, just fill up our research lab so we start cranking out the science, and then put us onto campus research grants. Alright, so we finally got our campus here in the city, so we are going to go ahead and immediately buy them their library, followed by their university, followed by their research lab. So now they are all set and ready to go as soon as we end up, whatchamacallit, I'm having a brain fart. As soon as we end up getting to the technology or getting to the civic we need in order to build that. In the meantime, what I am going to do is actually, we'll go ahead and get them a monument for now. However, after that, let's get them to build, see how long it's going to take for them to get a builder. Nice. They have such high production, in case you're wondering, because we have so many damn trade routes. There's like, I think 8 of our trade routes at least are going through this city right now. That's why, even though it's so shitty, it's still producing stuff relatively fast. So Daniel says, Heaven Gate, yeah, Marshall Applewhite, I believe. Okay, so Heaven's Gate was the cult, and it was led by Marshall Applewhite. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead and get that solar farm there. And the same thing there. And now start sacrificing to the space gods. So we're at 8 turns. We're going to go ahead and drop this. So we're down to 5. And again, we're just going to constantly rotate our builders in to sacrifice themselves turn after turn after turn. So Camo says, yeah, they were Heaven's Gate. I'm good getting sleep at night, so that's good. I might put your earlier streams on while I do stuff at home. This time is rough for me to attend on weekdays. Yeah, no shit. I definitely understand that with the time difference being what it is. Like, it's freaking 4 in the morning. How often do you stream? Well, for this week and the past, like the week before it, I've been streaming 3 times a week. I've been shooting for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, this week I switched the Wednesday one to yesterday. Like, I streamed last night just because on Wednesday I had been doing that new tips and tricks video, and it just took all I had to do it. And then I recorded like literally the entire script for that video. I recorded the entire fucking script, and I didn't realize that my microphone was not on. So I literally sat there talking for like over 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. I'm getting like really good sounding things, because like, you know, you repeat and reread things over and over until that you're happy with how they sound. But I was hearing it in the headphones just fine. However, it actually wasn't being recorded, and so I had to redo everything all over again. And at that point I was like, fuck this, there's no way I'm streaming tonight, and that's why I did it last night. But yeah, so generally speaking, three times a week we're going with for now, and if, you know, the community keeps growing and we're having fun, then I am probably going to look to do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. But again, we're playing everything all by ear kind of thing, and just taking it one step at a time, because the last thing I want to do is promise stuff to people and then not be able to deliver, essentially, right? All right, so we'll just head over there, and same thing. Oh, I guess that one's already taken up, so we'll rotate that way. So we'll go ahead. We got 1 turn left on, I think that's the Mars project. Yeah, oh no, the moon landing. Okay, so we still have the Mars project after this one. And then we'll be able to go with the Exoplanet Expedition. Camo, laugh out loud, you tilted hard. Yeah, I did. Like, I just freaking lost it, basically. Sorry, 1 second. See, I almost did it right there. I almost started talking and continued on. But when I pressed the mute button on the microphone to turn the volume back on, it didn't work properly. So I started talking and it was still muted. But I noticed this time, so that's half the battle. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and get a mine going here, since we have plenty of time to get this other builder out. However, we do want to leave 1 charge on this builder here, because we want to chop this forest and this other forest at the same time. However, we'll use all of this guy's charges other than 1 over here as well, so that this city can at least produce as fast as it possibly can, because unfortunately these 2 chops of these forests here are not going to be enough for us to complete the Amundsen Scott in 1 turn. You need 4 forests and Magnus established in order to do that chop. Oh, speaking of which, now I'm not ready. I shouldn't have moved Magnus yet. I should have moved him, but not to this city. We got to move him down here first. I totally forgot. So let's go ahead and do that right now before I forget. Because first we're going to do those, we're going to chop those 2 forests. And then we'll move him to that other spaceport city. So first things first, we got to walk before we run. God, these names just hurt my eyes to look at them. And there we go, this one here. And keep track. All right. So here we go. We should be launching the moon landing now. Alright, so we get that nice culture bonus now.
The Cold War is not thawing. It is burning with a deadly heat.
Let's take a look at our policies, because now we have that one in that protects our... right here. This is the one I was mentioning earlier, cryptography. Enemy spy level reduced by 2 in your lands. Your spies level is increased by 1 for offensive operations. So we obviously want it for the defensive ones. So we're going to go ahead and ditch this Merchant Confederation, and we're going to go ahead and put cryptography on. Other than that, we're still leaving aesthetics in for right now, because we want to get... we want to get towards... rapid deployment as soon as we can, and then also, as we already mentioned, to synthetic technocracy. So once we get over there, we will be switching out of the culture thing because it's less important. Alright, so we finished that one, so we're on to the Mars landing now. So going ahead and starting that, and again, we'll start it off by sacrificing one of our builders. But now, if you were here from yesterday, you can see why I was making so many damn builders, because like we're already running out of builders almost to sacrifice here. Like not quite, but you can see where they come in handy. Oops. Oops. Alright, in the meantime, we'll actually get this builder to head on over there. Here. Suppose we can just go there. Alright, so you can see at this point we have definitely basically won the game already. We're more or less just running out the clock at this point, to use a football analogy. And we've unlocked our research station, so that's great. We're keeping the policies that we have in. Everything's good to go as far as that goes. And we are just continuing on our merry way. Yeah, that's it. Once we get to globalization, we'll be adding in International Space Agency as well. Okay, and so we're still 3 turns away from having Magnus established, which is perfect because that's when that builder's coming out, so that will work good. Meanwhile, we went ahead here and got another great scientist, sorry. Oh. I mean, we'll go ahead and take them, but, I mean, they're basically completely useless, but we'll definitely take it because we'll be getting another great scientist before either of them, so it's just essentially free error score at this point. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, we still don't have any good great engineers there, so we can't snag one of the ones that helps us with wonder production. That would have been really nice to help us get this wonder taken care of, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's in the cards for us. So what we will go ahead and do, though, is we're going to go, and I believe it was this city that didn't own a research lab yet, and we are just going to go through our cities and double check that they all have research labs purchased and we didn't forget about one, just so that we can maximize our science and make sure we finish the game as quickly as we possibly can. Okay, I know what I have one there because that's where I built it, or I bought it, the first one. Okay, and we are good to go. That is every single one of our cities now has the research lab up and running. Alright, we finished the builder here. Let's go ahead and fill up their research lab and get them to do the research grants as well. Now, I am going to make one exception to this rule. I'm going to go right now looking. I probably already switched them, but wherever... right here. Wherever Liang is established, I'm going to put them back. I'll leave their research lab filled up. However, I'm going to get them off of that and get them building builders again. Actually, you know what? I will unlock their science because they need production. And there we go. I'll put them on production focused. And we don't need to grow, so I'll take them off of food focus completely, and that should do the trick. Alright, so meanwhile we finished the builder here. Rinse and repeat. It's already filled up, but there you go. And we're going to shut off food production and put on production. And the reason that we're shutting off all the food production and making them production focused is because we already have them all at population 10, and that's what we need in order to get the 50% boost towards science. Meanwhile, I just noticed that this city is not there yet, though, so we are going to put them on food focus so that they hit 10 population faster. Alright, in the meantime, we're 14 turns down to 11. Ooh, a nice 7-turn builder is good to go for next turn. Okay, and so this is the one that literally isn't going to do anything, so we'll just go ahead and tell them to go to sleep. Alright, meanwhile, let's go ahead and get builders on all of these other tiles so that we are ready to remove the improvements and to chop them. Yeah, actually, we'll grab a builder over here, too. Alright. Ugh. Keep dreaming, Coupe.
It ascends from the earth to the heaven.
Nice, so we have unlocked the Exoplanet Expedition, so that is perfect. Meanwhile,
pen so they could write in space. The Russians took a pencil.
we're not switching anything there. However, all of our alliances have expired, so we're going to go ahead here and get open borders with all of them and squeeze every last penny out of them, as always. And then get our alliance. So this time around, we... Oops, declare friendship, yeah. This time around, we are going to do the military alliance with her. And we're going to do the science alliance with Alex because he has way higher science than her. Oops. Of course, it's going to be like exactly 30, and it is. Okay, and declare friendship and alliances. Oh, what? We can't do a research alliance with you? Okay, so he has a research alliance with somebody else, unfortunately. So, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and do this random one with him. And we'll do the other one with the Mali, whatever. At this point in the game, I'm not really worried about it anyway. And we'll make sure that we declare friendship with her. Okay, and there you go. We got every last penny out of them all, and we're locked in for another 30 turns, which means we should be in space by the time they can attack us, even if they do get all pissy that we're going to space. Because sometimes, if you don't know, on DD difficulty, as you near your victory condition, the AI will get really pissy with you, where they won't renew friendships, and they'll denounce you, and then they can sometimes attack you as well. So it's always nice if you can get them locked in really close to when you start getting that much closer to your actual win condition. Because now, even if they want to get pissy with us, they can't do anything about it. Meanwhile, we are rerouting all of our trade routes to this city right here. As soon as they expire, we send them down there. And you can go to sleep, and we'll get you to go there and sacrifice yourself next turn. Alright, in the meantime, there's not really much for us to buy or anything at this point. We're still waiting on the builder over here. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and purchase a builder here as well. Because we don't have anything better to spend the money on anyway. We might as well get some of these tiles upgraded while we continue to wait for Magnus. We'll put that builder to sleep. Okay, same thing with this one. 2 more turns anyway. He'll just sit there and wait.
If winning isn't everything, why do they keep score?
Alright, so we're going to have to change our policies here because we, the other one that we had that was just theater squares is completely irrelevant, so we got to put sports media in. We'll go ahead and do that. And then next turn, we're going to unlock globalization, which is what we want, so we can slot in that international policy card that we already talked about. And now we can actually start working on these projects next turn as well. So it'll basically work out perfectly that Magnus will get established here next turn. We'll chop the 2 forests, so we're going to get this guy to go wait for it, wait on that forest. Then we'll move Magnus, we'll rotate him over to this spaceport city, wherever the hell it is. I'm blind, right here. And then we'll immediately start building those city projects, but we'll wait for 5 turns, and then starting in 5 turns, we are going to start chopping all of these tiles that we saved for that exact reason, which will help us get off Earth that much quicker. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and take Lisbon back, since somebody was a douche and took it from us. And apparently we're 5 era score away from a regular age. And we got 10 turns until the era ends. I'm not really worried about it, to be completely honest. If we don't get it, then so be it. But I'm pretty sure once we get this, that will get close anyway. But if we go into a dark age, so be it. It'll be a unique experience going into a dark age as we leave the planet behind. Alright, so here we are prioritizing routes with production. And, ooh, nice. 8 fucking production. We're definitely going to Oslo. Yeah, nobody cares, Coupe. Alright, so we got 3 more turns on the Mars colonies, which means we should finish it right now. We also got globalization, so we're going to go ahead and we'll dump out the gunboat diplomacy, because we don't really care about envoys anyway, and we're going to slot in our International Space Agency for the plus 5% science per city-state you're suzerain of. So, actually, yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. And then once we finish that wonder, we'll go ahead and switch out this whistle banking, and we'll put the gunboat diplomacy in that slot. And that way, we'll try and suzerain at least somebody else. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Oh, nice. We won the World Fair. So, what did we get? A diplomatic victory point and 100 great person points. Yay for us. Go team. We also have another governor promotion here, so it doesn't matter. We'll just go ahead and pick a random second promotion for Victor. Alright, and I, unfortunately, will be back in 2 seconds. For any of you who hasn't yet, please do me a favor and hit the like button if you haven't. It goes a long way towards helping these streams get found out, and I'd really appreciate it, but I'm going to be right back. All right. Oh, just in time for me to go for a bathroom break. Some more people showed up. Hey, Kate, how are you doing tonight? Did you figure out that the question that you asked me about trading luxuries? Did my explanation help you there? And then Ton says, looks like it's about to wrap up. And that is right, Ton. We are about to go to space. It won't be too much longer at all. Let's just keep building builders. That's fine. And we'll get ready to sacrifice this builder to this spaceport over here. And we'll head over that way. Alright, so Magnus is established. So we are going to... They finished their builder. We're going to go ahead and start the Amundsen Scott Research Station. And we'll go ahead and drop that down now. Now, unfortunately for us... Okay, so Kate says, yeah, you helped out immensely. Okay, perfect, right on. So for anybody who doesn't know, there was an issue where she wasn't able to trade luxury resources with the computer because it kept giving the red exclamation mark. So if you get that, it's either... anytime that happens, it's either they don't have an extra copy of that luxury you're trying to trade for, or it can also be that they've denounced you and they're just like, fuck you, we're not going to give you our luxury. But so we have 24 turns here. Now we're going to reduce it a little bit with these 2 chops, but unfortunately for our sake, it's not going to reduce it that much. So we're down to 16 turns, which is better than nothing, I suppose. However, we're probably going to be done with the game before we finish the wonder. And unfortunately, it was just realistically one of those things where we didn't have the best of spots. We tried to get this spot over here. This Norwich city, as you can see, I had it I had it pinned that this is where I wanted to settle our city. And we would have had the 4 forests that we need to instantly build the wonder had we got over here, but England beat us to the punch, unfortunately. And so that's why we had this dumpster fire, and it's not really going to help us out, I don't think. But so be it. Those are the breaks sometimes. Alright, so now what we are going to do is we're done shopping, so we're going to get Magnus to head over to this city right away. Yeah, Mr. Wassis is the one with the spaceport. Alright. So then in 5 turns, we're going to start chopping here. Well, depending on how many, how long this takes us here, in this city, in order to get the Exoplanet Expedition done. In the meantime, okay, so this should finish it for us. And off we go, on our merry way, in our canoes, or in our space canoes, I should say. But now that we have done that, we are moving on to launch the Exoplanet Expedition. And we will continue to sacrifice to the space gods. But meanwhile, now we are going to wake up these other builders that we have here. And we are going to begin removing improvements. Oh wait, never mind, you can go to the stone, since you only have 1 build charge left. But we're going to get some of these builders to come over here, because we're going to start chopping all the things that we put lumber mills on. Because we want to go to space and we don't want to wait forever to do it. And I just want to confirm, and that this is why you confirm, that I want to confirm that all these tiles belong to the city. And So if I would have went ahead and chopped these, look at all this production that would not have gone to the space project like we wanted. So there we go. We own everything. It's all going to go towards getting us into space. So now we will start chopping when it's available. In the meantime, you can go ahead and skip until next turn. You, sir, can wake up. And so we're going to go ahead and chop this. And chop this. And that. And in the meantime, I think we'll head here and be ready to rock and roll next time. So Kate says, can you explain the different alliance types to me? Yeah, sure. So there's 5 different ones. There's a military alliance, which means that anybody, so me and I think, who did I settle it? Do it with? Religious alliance. Oh, England, I think I did it with. Yeah, so I did it with England. So when you have an alliance, so all the military alliance is the only one that's a really big deal that can get you into trouble, and you got to be careful with it. So always try and do a military alliance with the strongest AI that you're friends with. Like, so what I mean by that is the one that has the highest military score. Because what happens is in a military alliance is if they get declared war on, you're pulled into the war, and vice versa. So if somebody declares war on me, the person I have a military alliance with will join the war as my friend. Other than that, your religious alliances, all that it means is that your cities and their cities will not exert religious pressure on each other. So like your city won't try and convert their city. You can still convert them by sending religious units over to them, but the natural pressure of your religion won't impact them, and same thing with theirs to yours. And then if you send a trade route between you and a religious ally, it gives you extra faith. Like, like the trade route will generate faith for you. So then it's the same thing with, say, the culture alliance. What that does is your cities and your culture ally cities, you don't exert loyalty pressure on each other. That's why we formed a cultural alliance with Norway. So our city way down here is like right in the heart of Norway's cities, and normally this would be like -20 loyalty, but because we're at a cultural alliance with Norway, it's no problem at all and has full loyalty because they don't hurt us loyalty and we don't do them. So that's why we chose that. And then, so that's culture. And then, so scientific thing is the same thing, except for your traders to your research alliance generate science for your trade routes. And then at the end of so many turns being allied, you can generate additional technologies if they have better science than you too. And then, did I miss one? I think I did them all, right? Science, culture, religion, military. Oh, and then economic, sorry. And then the economic alliance, all that means is that the trade routes that you send each other generate extra gold per turn instead of like extra culture or extra science, etc., etc. So Cat Dragon says, "Hail, I play as Harold from Norway." Okay, cool. Yeah, Harold's really fun when you're playing like a naval domination game. Which, funny enough, we are going to be doing after we beat this game, but we're going to be playing as pirates because there's a mod where you get to play as like the Brotherhood of the Coast or something, and we are going to be a bunch of filthy buccaneers. Alright, so we got World Congress here. We have a bunch of great writers, so why not pick writing? Not that we really care. Plus 100% city-states yield type when sending trade routes to the city. We don't really care because we're not sending any trade routes to any. So we'll go ahead and pick a random one, and then we'll pick ourselves for this, even though we don't really care. That's fine. So Kate says, if you're the strongest in science, do you want to do a research alliance with someone else, or are you helping them out and getting nothing out of it? Well, no, you're helping. You're getting extra science for any trade routes that you send to them, right? So you're technically helping yourself as well, even though they're getting the better end of the deal. However, if we take a look at the science, like, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Like, here we are, up here in the future era, and the closest AI to us is back in the information era, and then beneath Elizabeth, the closest ones are in the atomic era. So, like, we're eons and eons and eons ahead of them and have nothing to worry about. But generally speaking, it's really a really good idea if you're not playing a science game and you're not leading by leaps and bounds like we are, to pick whatever civilization has the highest science score and create the research alliance with them. And then you'll receive the most benefit to yourself that way. Alright, choosing production here. We finished a builder. Let's go ahead. Oh, they won't even be done a builder by then. So we're just going to go ahead and fill up our campus here. Lock that up, and then we are going to start doing campus research grants. And in the meantime, with these guys, we're just going to go ahead and build extra tiles around here to make the city a little bit more productive. I still don't think that we are going to I still don't think that we are going to end up getting this research station, or if we do, it's only going to help us for like a few turns. So it's just the way it is. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and sacrifice our builder this turn. So we're down to 9 turns. We'll remove that. We'll harvest this. Down to 7 turns. 5. We'll go ahead and build the plantation back up there. And did we already harvest? I think we already harvested that. Yeah, so there's no point removing that improvement. We'll just go ahead and sacrifice that builder next turn. Meanwhile, I will go ahead and get this guy to do a solar farm. He only has 2 charges left anyway, so there's not really any point in, like, we're not going to get much from sacrificing him. Meanwhile, we definitely need to get somebody with 6 builds over to be sacrificed for next turn. So there we go. We'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, no, Kate says thank you. No problem. Alright, so meanwhile, we have our builder here. Let's get them to get closer to being sacrificed. And we'll head over there. Oh, looks like we can actually activate this person, so we'll go ahead and do that after we move the builder off next turn. So Cat Dragon says, I'm currently playing a marathon as Herald on Empire. Continents, huge map. Okay, cool. I don't play on Marathon very often, but I have before and I enjoyed it. It's so much fun that you get to like actually move with your units so often. Like I always feel that we have an even more of an unfair advantage as a human when we play on Marathon, because you get to use combat so much more and do it effectively where the AI is dumb. But it always makes it funner when you are playing like a naval kind of game, because I love playing with the ships and you get to like control the ships more often and for longer. So I definitely agree that those are pretty fun. Meanwhile, over here, we are still waiting because we can't start our projects until we finish this one. So we got, well, it won't be 5 more turns by the time we're done, but we'll go ahead and move to this tile next. And bring our builder down yonder. So I think we've pretty much gotten rid of most of our builders. So what I'm going to do is start actually working on builders again. In all of our cities after they finish their first campus research grant. And that way we'll be able to sacrifice a few more builders to the space gods. In this city, we're going to put them on food population, and I'm actually going to... did I... No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I already made them go into the research center, but I didn't. So, they're never going to grow anyways unless we chop. But we're not going to. So never mind. I take that back. I think this is the last one, or it might be that one. We have to go check, but we're almost done fiddling around with all this. Yeah, I suppose I don't need to have that. We still have public works slotted in right now, and we don't need it to. So let's go ahead and we'll get rid of public works temporarily. And we should definitely be having skyscrapers in because, and I should have put this in before doing that chop. I completely forgot to. That was definitely a big screw up because we could have had 15% more production when we chopped into that wonder over in that snow city. We'll put that in now, and actually, I'm going to put on e-commerce as well, because this will help us finish that wonder, because we have like all of our trade routes in that city. So we'll go ahead and slot that in for now, and we'll leave that the way it is. For now, we'll confirm. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. We'll go ahead and confirm that. Research the robotics technology. How far away from robotics are we? Oh, never mind. We're a ways away. Yeah, never mind. Screw that. Or actually, yeah, that works. That's fine. Alright, we got another governor title. We have all of them there, so we're going to go ahead and just appoint a random one. We'll appoint Amani. Let's take a look and see. We'll appoint her to Kabul. Okay, so hold on. Let's see here. I'm currently playing a marathon. I agree. So Ton says, how many do you need to make to get the win? Sorry, Ton. How many? What do I need to make to get the win? Cat Dragon says, I am not actually currently playing. I'm watching this. I'm on turn. Oh, okay. So never mind. I think Ton's talking about how many turns do you need to get the win on marathon difficulty. Okay. Yeah, okay. And they're just talking back and forth about playing. But yes, marathon definitely does take a long time towards the end game. When you play Civ longer than the job. Alright, so let's get this builder off of here and ready to be sacrificed. So now we can finally go ahead and create a great work there. In the meantime, though, we're going to sacrifice our builder. And there we go. All right. So, red team go. We are going into space. Let's go ahead and get started on the one that takes uranium. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then in this spaceport over here, we'll do the one that takes power. And again, we're still going to wait for Magnus to get established before we go ahead and chop. So, the climate's going to shit, but we don't care because we're leaving. Speaking of leaving, though, let's go ahead and take a look here. So we are definitely winning, and we are 0 out of 50 light years. So, let's see how fast we can speed that up, shall we? Meanwhile, let's get another builder ready to be sacrificed next turn. What else do we have to chop? I suppose over there. And then 1, 2, 3, and that jungle, if that fucking AT crew would get off of it, would be nice. Okay, so yeah, remove the improvement, and we'll go ahead and harvest that next time. Here, we'll harvest our stone. Brought it down to 4 turns. This guy has 5 charges, so he's good enough to be sacrificed. That's fine. Meanwhile, this one has 4. This guy has 2, so we'll go ahead and chop that jungle with that guy. Meanwhile, 4 is close enough. We'll sacrifice him as well. We'll get him ready to go. Alright, now over here, I don't really think there's much of anything that can be done. So let's get him to head up to this spaceport as quickly as he can. We're probably already going to be done the game by the time he gets there, but it doesn't hurt to try, I guess. Meanwhile, 6 builds here. Let's go ahead and remove this feature. And we'll actually keep this guy at 6 builds. We'll just go ahead and remove this stuff with him, and we'll chop with the other ones that have less charges. Alright. Oh yeah, we can sacrifice over here as well. Totally forgot about that. So let's go ahead and send this guy on his merry way. So we're down to 16 turns. So let's move in a step closer over there.
Franklin may have discovered.
Okay, and we're just renewing all of our missions. All of our spies are just staying on the defensive to protect our spaceports. In the meantime, the one good thing is once we're clearing up all this land, that we will have plenty of place to build our power tiles, and that way we can keep sacrificing. We can constantly do the project that requires power because we'll have so much power that we're generating. Meanwhile, though, let's go ahead and sacrifice this guy, and we'll chop this. So we're gonna wait because there's only one turn left, so we'll wait until next turn and then we'll chop more. In the meantime, this guy can go ahead and get that off. You can skip turn. You can go there for next turn. Alright, so again... Actually, you know what? We are going to go ahead and do the route there. Because now that we're almost... done this... As our trade routes expire, we're going to move our trade routes to our 2 spaceport cities so that they can get the boost in production. So yeah. And here, we'll go ahead and sacrifice him as well. Down to 9 turns. So Magnus is still 2 turns away. We'll get this guy next. So Kat says, I loved playing Civ 4. It was what made me a fan of the series, and now I play Civ 6 religiously on my console. Okay, yeah, I've played every Civilization game other than the first one. My personal favorite is Civ 2. Well, sorry, Civ 6 is my personal favorite, for real. But then, other than Civ 6, my favorite is Civilization 2, and it's probably more or less just because it has, like, nostalgic value for me. I have so many good memories playing it that it makes me sweet on the inside. For anybody who has shown up recently that hasn't yet, please do me a favor and click the thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. It definitely goes a long way towards helping me out, and as a small channel, I need all the help I can get. But, anywho, we are going to be in space before we know it, so where do we want to send this guy? We have all these ones ready for chops. I suppose we can move you there. That's not coming off. So, oh, neither is that, actually. That's marble. What am I talking about? Wait, cancel. Right, you can wait there, and you can wait until next turn. Might as well come into our territory. Do we have any other places for him to go? No, we don't, so let's just actually get the hell out of the way, and we'll put him to sleep over there. Alright, with 3 builds left here, we're going to go ahead and get solar farms going on. You can just go to sleep. This guy only has 1 build left. You can head down there to go ahead and get more power on over there as well. Well, I had said we were hoping for 250, but it's not going to be realistic. But like I said, I was like, oh, I probably, if we don't get 250, we should get 255 or 260 at the latest. And it's looking like it's probably going to be exactly that, between 255 and 260, that we actually get to space. If we take a look here, we've gotten 2 out of 50 light years. We got a ways to go yet. And we are just going to go ahead and do the one that requires power. So we'll recruit them, and at least we'll be able to get something from them. We just got to go find some rainforest. Hopefully we can find somewhere close by that hasn't been completely chopped out like I chopped mine. Actually, I suppose we could get this builder off this tile. And where is it? And what? That's jungle, that's jungle, that's jungle. So if we go here, we get 4. Here. Yeah, and move them to right there. So that's not so bad. It'll give us a nice boost it'll give us a nice boost in science, and then once we get that boost in science, that will help us get to robotics quicker, which is going to allow us to actually get the boost in to get to this government quicker, which will allow us to get to space quicker. So it's all working together. Anywho, let's go ahead and sacrifice our guy here. And next one up, and do the same thing over here. Alright, and meanwhile this guy's ready to chop, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, do we not have somebody that's ready to kill themselves? Yeah, we do. Never mind. Never mind, I got worried for a second that we are completely out of builders. You there, and you can go there. Alright, meanwhile, we got another really good builder here, so we'll go ahead and get them in line. And we'll come down here and get the city more power. Same thing with that one. Alright, this builder has 6, so we'll be ready to sacrifice. Alright, so we're going to have to shuffle. Well, that's next time. This guy's out of the move, so we'll just skip the turn with that builder. Slowly but surely we're getting there.
If you do not change direction...
All right. We got Emily Dickinson over there. So now what we are going to do is... so where was it? Was it this one? Here... Okay, wait, hold on. I'm having a special moment, okay? Just give me 1 second. Because it's rainforest here or adjacent. So if we sit her down here... that's only 3. If we sit down here, that's 1, 2... Oh, either way, it's only 3. Okay, so yeah, we'll just simply move that builder there. We'll move her there and go ahead and activate her effect. So we got computers, and now... we're on to robotics, which we should get next turn since we just got computers. And that will give us the boost towards optimization imperative here so we can get our next form of government online. Meanwhile, they finished the research grants, so it's time for builders everywhere. For now... Okay, now we can chop. We have Magnus here, so let's start actually chopping. Oh my god, I did it! That's what I forgot to do. That's why I always say make sure you check. Because I fucking didn't do it, and that chop did not go towards... This is why you measure twice and you cut once. Because that forest chop that we've been holding for so long did not go towards the space thing whatsoever. So... that is very unfortunate. But you can't play perfect all the time, as I always say. So let's go ahead here and we'll make the next cut. Down to 2. So this should finish it. And now we'll go ahead and get another one. Where's the one with aluminum? Because we have 30 aluminum built up now. So we'll start that. And he's ready to die. So we're ready to chop here. So Kat says, how is everybody doing? I forgot to mention that I set the victory to score for domination only. I already won the game, but I'm just playing it out to 1500 just because. And while it may take a while, well, that is definitely one way to do it, Cat Dragon. I would probably never do that myself. Alright, so the city's underpowered here. So we are going to wait until next turn. We'll build some extra power in the city, and then we'll go ahead and chop again. Alright, so here, sack that guy, move the next victim on to the... meanwhile, you don't matter. We'll just go ahead and get you to go to sleep. And actually, I'm going to wait until we'll switch Pingala with Magnus after we finish the chops with Magnus, and we'll just rotate them that way. Once all the chops are done here, we'll send Magnus over there and Pingala there for the rest of these. I probably should have done that in the first place, but I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, to be completely honest. So we'll just tell this builder to go to sleep for now. Meanwhile, he can head over here and build us more power. Same thing with that dude. Alright, so this guy has done all he can do over here. Not that he's ever going to be able to really help with anything, but he might as well try and get there.
Robotics has been around forever, and it's been...
So we got the boost, so we're 5 turns away from our next government, which will help out. And then in the meantime now, it's all just about... Oh, we gotta research everything else, don't we? No, it's right there. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and research future tech again. Like I said, I'm tired and not at the top of my game. Let's go ahead here and get the solar farm going up and around. There, we got the city some more power. And now that the power's back online, let's go ahead and chop there. And chop there. Who is my favorite governor? Cat Dragon asks. My favorite governor... Oops. We want to declare friendship here with Norway. Sorry, so let's declare friendship. Yes, good. My favorite governor is actually Moksha. I'm not even kidding. But really, it all depends on what you're playing. Like, Pingala's very good. I like him as well. Magnus, obviously, I only ever use him for the one promotion he has, Groundbreaker, just for chopping. I don't get this other stuff at all unless I happen to be possibly going for a domination. Sometimes I do. Hey, Ahmad, how's it going? Jesus, you're up early, man. It's 5 in the morning where you are. Well, I guess in 20 minutes it'll be 6, but still. It's your day off, you said, right? This is Saturday, yeah. Or wait, is today your Sunday? Wait. No, today's Friday, right? Yeah, today's Friday. No, yeah, today's Friday, so it's your Saturday. What the fuck am I talking about? Never mind. Like I said, I need some sleep. I'm not functioning at 100% here. But yeah, my ultimate favorite is actually Moksha. And other than that, though, I regularly use Liang is probably my second favorite. And Pingala my third. And then Magnus my fourth. It's 5 a.m.? Well, isn't it 5:38 a.m., Ahmed? So isn't it like almost 6? So we chopped that one out. We'll go right back to the next one. And let's go ahead and chop this. Oh, and we gotta remove the fuck's sakes. I thought that was a lumber mill. I wasn't paying attention, so that was a wasted build charge. I think that's all that... Oh, we can chop the banana. So we'll come here and remove the improvement, and we'll chop that next turn. And I think that's it. Then we'll move Magnus... Oh, right here. What am I... I'm freaking blind. Jeez, I'm special. So yeah, next turn we'll do those 2 chops, and then we'll move Magnus to our other city. And in the meantime, we'll just keep sacrificing builders over here. Alright, and we'll do the same thing over here. So we're 1 turn away on both of them. Meanwhile, you can go there next. I think we are officially running out of builders to sacrifice. So good thing we have some more builders being produced so we can go kill them. to further benefit getting off this damn planet. In the meantime, yeah, I think we might as well send this one, get him closer. Ahmed says, how long until the win? Just 1 second until it comes back to us. She wants a cultural alliance? Sure, pay us some more money. Why not? Oh no, what did I do? Oh, I'm an idiot. I completely screwed up. So we're gonna let these going, and this, now you can see why. I was just clicking and not paying attention because I'm tired. We were supposed to renew our cultural alliance with Harold, and now our city's gonna flip in 11 turns. Alright, well, worst case scenario, let's put a governor in there. Wow, that's special. Oh, okay, well there you go. That helped out significantly, actually. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and make the rounds trading here, and let's see if there's... let's gobble up all these extra amenities that we have. Meanwhile, let's trade her tobacco and... Oh, never mind. She'll do 2 for 1. Okay. And then... Oh yeah, we don't need her money, so never mind. I wonder if she'll sell... No, she won't. She won't sell aluminum. I didn't think so, but figured it was worth a shot. Daniel puts the unicorn up. In case you don't know, that's to call me a fucking retard, basically. Whenever I screw up... Oh wait, yeah, sorry, to call me an idiot, I guess I should say politically correctly. But whenever I screw up... yeah, that's what the unicorn's for. Alright, me so smart. Oh yeah, so as far as how many turns left, Ahmed? Sorry, I got distracted there. And how's it going tonight, Jesse? World ranking science. So we have 10 out of 50 light years so far. However, we're going as fast as we can to boost that. Once we get this, it'll help us too, because we'll be able to get 30% production towards city projects. However, we don't have a lot of aluminum production, which is kind of a kick in the nuts. We only have 4 per turn, I think. Alright, so on to the next project here. We'll sacrifice another guy. Alright, so we're unpowered here officially, so we definitely need to get these up and running. And we'll hit that up, and we'll chop this. And we will chop this. And now we are going to rotate. We're going to rotate Magnus with Pingala. So PP Kiss Kiss. There we go, yes. And we're going to assign Pingala over to this one. And then in 5 turns, we'll chop out the rest of the tiles over here in PP Kiss Kiss. Alright, so for now though, we'll just keep sacrificing builders so you can skip until next turn. Jesse says, going good, thanks. You? It's going pretty good. Like, I mean, we're almost going to be finished the game, so that's good. I'm actually really tired. I didn't sleep well at all, so I'm a bit tired and cranky, and clearly, as you can see, making mistakes. But we're hanging in there. We're getting through it, and that's the important thing. We're almost there. So close, you can almost taste it. I guess we should try and see if we can get aluminum from anybody else. Let's start at the top. We already tried her, she wouldn't do it. Oh yeah, we haven't been getting anybody's luxuries, sorry. I totally forgot that. So let's go ahead and trade those. But yeah, so he does not have aluminum. Alex does, though. So he will do it. But again, their trading is broken. Oh, I wish, like, they better fix this in the next patch. Like, it's just so stupid that I have to sit here and do this one by one to actually have it be acceptable. Like, I mean, the fact that, okay, 20 is going to cost 355 gold per turn, like, get the fuck out of here. And I know I cry about this, like, every time I get in a situation like this, but really, it's that frustrating. Alright, one more and we're at 30. Oh my god, this is so painful. Alright, good enough. Almond says, would you consider a Germany science/domination game in the future? Yeah, I would. I really like Germany. They're one of my favorite civilizations. Like, they're not the favorite, but they're up there, probably in my top 5. Like, I'd have to say probably, so my number 1 favorite civilization is Mali. They're not the strongest, but to me they're the funnest. I just like how unique they are to play. Then number 2, I would probably say is Japan, because they're just so fun to play and, like, make, like, super cities and, like, plan your district adjacencies and stuff like that. And then number 3, probably the Aztecs, just for the sheer fun of, like, being able to, like, take over people and make them your slaves. I like that. My 4th favorite would probably be Gorgo, because, like, I love culture games, but I like the added effect of being able to get culture from fighting, so I can, like, play a culture game but still actually fight a little bit, and it still helps me out. And then I'd probably say after that, Germany's probably my 5th favorite. Maybe Persia, between Germany and Persia, but and there's still lots of civilizations that I haven't even tried yet, to be completely honest. But I'm actually due for, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually due for a domination game. on the channel, I don't think I even have a domination playthrough. So that's something that I've been wanting to do, because I've been wanting to experiment too with seeing if I can dick around and have like a religious domination game and see how that goes. And I mean, what better civilization to pick for that than Germany, and have our religion be like Nazism or like fascism or something like that, and spread fascism across the world. Jesse says, most stupid thing about that is they don't value bulk deal if you are the one selling. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work both ways. It's just the trading system is broken in this game, and it's so irritating. And like, I sincerely hope they fix it for the next patch, but I don't think they will, because it's been so many patches since it's been broken that it's just a joke. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get our plantation up online over there. Meanwhile, here we have all of our tiles making as much power as they can. And here we'll go there next turn to build a mine. So in the meantime, oh, this guy has 1 charge. We'll go ahead and sacrifice this guy with 4 charges. Ahmed says that looks really fun. What looks really fun, Ahmed? Cat Dragon says, how is the trading system broken? So this is how it's broken. So now, here we go. Let's get a perfect example where we both have lots of it. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Well, I have to find something that he wants, so hold on 1 second, because I don't know if I have anything that he wants other than my aluminum. Okay, so good. He wants my coal. So this is... Oh, Ahmed says you're talking about the Germany game? Okay, yeah, that's cool. So I definitely will do that in the near future, because I've been wanting to do one anyway, so that will work out well. But, so Cat Dragon, this is how the system's broken. So, now, he wants my coal, as you can see here. He's willing to pay, for 5 coal, he's willing to pay me 4 gold per turn and 9 bulk gold. Now, if I offer to sell him 1, so he's willing to pay for it, right? So now, if I want, oh, he doesn't have any coal. Shit. Okay, well, whatever. If I want something from him, okay, so this is, you can see here, he's interested in my coal, and the price is, for 1 unit of bulk coal, 19 bulk gold, okay? So now, if I offer to sell him 5 of this, okay, it's 4 gold per turn and 9 bulk gold. So that's roughly 120, 129. So 130 gold total, okay, because on standard, a trade agreement lasts for 30 turns, right? So 4 times 30 is 120 plus 9. So 129 bulk gold for 5 units of coal, right? And it was, if we only sold 1, it's 19 gold, okay? So now, here's to show an example. This is the exact same thing. So now I want aluminum that he has, okay? What would it take? If I buy 1 of them, he's going to charge me the same 19 gold that he was going to charge me for the resource that he wants, okay? So both resources are valued. I just value his resource and he values mine. But now, if I'm like, well, shit, okay, it's 19 gold for 1 of them. Well, I want 5 of them, so let's do this quick so we don't have to click there one by one. And now, well, what would it take? he wants 22 gold per turn and 1 bulk gold. So that's like, instead of the 129 that he was going to charge me, it's 22 times 30. So it's 661 gold compared to 129 gold. It's stupid. Like, it's so stupid. And so in order to avoid that, oh, no worries, Ahmed. It's not that you're slow at writing and typing. It's that there's a delay on the stream. So when you actually type something, I don't see it immediately. Like, when you see me right now, I'm already reading your response, but I was talking about I'm looking at the screen of what you're seeing right now, and right now you're seeing, or you just saw when I had the calculator up, even though that was a while ago. There's just a built-in delay. So it's not you, it's the stream's delay that's the problem. But anyway, so that is how the trading system is just completely broken, because it makes you go here and like literally go 1 aluminum at a time. And it's stupid. Like, just, oh, sorry. It's like a big pet peeve of mine. But it's not your fault you asked. I'm not mad at you by any means. So don't take that the wrong way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and sacrifice him there. Alright, so we're just going to renew our defensive operation with the spy there. In the meantime, we'll just take Bodyguard of Lies. It's not really going to make a difference, seeing as how we're going to win here shortly anyway. Speaking of winning here shortly, let's go ahead and sacrifice this guy. Oops. And we'll move the next up to the list. And here we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll put them on production focused and builder. All right, we're getting there slowly. You're a good girl. If you want to come be a lapdog, you can come be a lapdog. Good girl, come on. Come here, come be a lapdog. Yeah, good girl. Go ahead. Jinx, come here. Yeah. Oh well, I tried to get my dog. She usually comes up. She does it when I don't want her to, but now that I'm calling her, it's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Come on. Ugh. There you go. This is one of my 3 dogs. This is Jinx. She's just a sweetheart. Yes. Alright, so let's sacrifice this builder. Ugh, don't kiss me. That's gross. So we're 3 turns we got left there. As you can see, as we're sacrificing these builders, they're doing less and less, being less and less effective, because there's more and more production costs associated with actually getting these projects done. We're 1 turn away from that one. Meanwhile, we do have aluminum ready, so we'll be able to start another project. So let's take a quick look here and see how many turns we're going. We're 28 out of 50. So we're gaining speed. We're getting there closer and closer. Ahmed says, do you watch other Civ YouTubers? And I do. Well, I should say I watch one Civ YouTuber. I watch... Well, actually, sorry, I watched two because I just found out about one and started watching them recently. So, I would suggest if you want to learn how to get good at the game, like really, really good, Civ6 here, he doesn't have videos anymore. Like, his last video was, as you can see, over a year ago. It was when Rise and Fall first came out. But he is so good at the game that, like, you can see here, look, he wins a game in 103 turns, a domination game. He wins 150 turn science game here, 157 there, and he has another one where he won. Oh, did he delete the other one? He had one with the Aztecs, yeah, where 128 turns he won the Aztecs with. But he's just very, very good at the game. However, some of the stuff that you see in it is outdated because obviously he doesn't make them anymore. But the one that I do watch regularly, well, if I'm watching, it's going to be him, is the game mechanic right here. He streams over on Twitch. That's like his most, that's where he is and he plays live. But then what he does is he cuts his streams up from Twitch and uploads them to YouTube. And you can see here, like, he's got tons and tons. Like, these are all playlists, like actual completed playlist. Right now what he's doing is he's in the middle of doing a marathon where he's playing with every civilization in the game, and he's calling it the Test of Time challenge, where he's started with whoever this is here. Gilgamesh was like the first civilization, like out of all the different civ leaders, they were the earliest civilization, and he's worked his way all the way up to Guitarra here. But then last year he did it too. Like, you can see this one he had and the A and W challenge. So like last year he had the marathon when he played all the different leaders from A all the way to Wilhelmina at W. He finished up. But I would suggest watching him. He's very good. He's like his community is very helpful. They're good for teaching. But then the other one that I just found out about recently, I forget the name. It's like, he knows the guy, but I forget his name, so don't worry. Yeah, Almond says you watch the game mechanic. Yeah, I think it's like Norm or something is the other guy, or Normulator is the other one that I just found out recently, and I've watched like one series of his. But that's it. Other than that, I used to watch Potato. Like, when I first started ever watching Civ 6, I started watching Quill18 first, was the first person I ever started watching Civ 6 on, and then from him I found Potato McWhiskey, and that's who I watched for a long time. But then, and this was years ago now, but then Potato McWhiskey talked about Civ Trader 6 in one of his videos, and he's like, oh my god, he's learning so much, because he was learning so much from watching Civ Trader 6. So then I went and checked out Civ Trader 6 myself, and once I started learning so much from him, I stopped watching Potato. And then from when I was watching Civ Trader 6, he mentioned the game mechanic in one of his videos, and then I checked out the game mechanic, and then that's who I've been at since watching. If I'm watching, it's like 99.9% of the time it's the game mechanic. But yeah, I know Potato. I used to watch him a long time ago. And it's not that I don't like him or anything. I just prefer the game mechanic. They're both good at the game, but I find the game mechanic's personality to be more in line with my personality. Like, just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anywho, let's go ahead and get this builder ready to go here. Jinx, go lie down. So let's get the mine up and running here. They'll give them whatever production they can. Jesse says, I've been watching GM and Norm for years, but I would say Potatoes is the most entertaining one. Yeah, and see, like, Jesse, whereas, like, I don't give a fuck, personally, like, and I don't, like, I'm swearing, but I don't mean to be swearing, like, aggressively or something. Like, I don't care about being entertained. When I'm watching Civ, I want to learn. And I've learned more from the game mechanic, and to me, his personality is just more, like I said, more in line with who I am, and, like, I don't know, like, it's just, yeah. And, like, and then even Norm, I've only watched the one series of him, but I didn't care for him. Like, I learned some stuff when I watched him because he's very good at the game, but like, again, personality wise, I'd prefer to watch the game mechanic, but it's just personal preference, right? But that's what the good thing about having so many different streamers is that you can pick and choose and find somebody who's in tune with, like, what you prefer when you're watching stuff. Because I'm sure there's people out there that, like, would watch a video of mine or something like that, or pop into a stream here and be like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody gets along with everybody else, or personalities clash and stuff like that, right? Alright, let's head on down there. Ahmed says, yeah, I think that you and the game mechanic give a similar vibe. Yeah, and I think part of that, too, has to do... yeah, I don't know. I'm tired. I can't think properly right now. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, did we already... Oh, never mind. We did already sacrifice somebody this turn. We're running out of builders to sacrifice. This is not supposed to happen. But I'm going to be right back in just a second. I have to quickly go to the bathroom, but then also let my dogs out into the backyard so that they can go to the bathroom. So I'll be back in just a minute or two. Alright, I'm back for a quick second. But I gotta listen for the dog, so it'll be weird for me for a second playing without sound here. So Ahmed says, so what's today's stream plan? basically just going to space here, and once we get to space, I'm going to be calling it a night. And then on Monday night, I'll be coming back and streaming again, and we are going to start a naval domination game, and we're going to be playing with a modded civilization that's they're pirates, and so Cat Dragon says, was a laser station graphic planned for the intermission? Because if it wasn't, that was cool. No, it was just, it literally just timed out that way. It worked out well. Let's go ahead and do this. It should bring them down to one turn here, I believe. Oh, never mind. There we go. Nice. We'll take it. So that's another plan. And then what we're going to do is do the one that takes aluminum here, because we're going to be running out of power pretty soon with doing all these projects. As you can see, we're out of power here. So we need to get that powered back on. Which city built the archaeology? Ah, there we go. So we're going to get this archaeologist to go ahead and clear this, and then we'll build another power generating building there. And in the meantime, suppose we could come over here and like remove these to generate more power. But yeah, this is why we're gonna have to trade for some more. Whatever. We'll start this. Actually, no, we won't. We're gonna go get them off that for now, and we'll trade for some more aluminum. So we need 17 more aluminum here. Let's go back to Alex. Since he had so much, he'll probably keep trading it. Oh, Halder says, I agree, Cat Dragon. Hey, Halder, how's it going, man? How's your wait, you're 18 hours ahead, or so is this your Saturday afternoon, or are you yeah, no, you're ahead of us, I'm pretty sure. But how are you doing today, Haldor? Oh, and by the way, thank you for becoming a member, too. I saw that earlier. I still can't believe. I was blown away. Like, that guy, There was somebody whose screen name is Nemesis. Somebody actually paid for that crackhead level membership. Like, I honestly, when I made that, I didn't plan on anybody actually doing that, and somebody did. That frickin' knocked me on my ass. I was like, wow, that's more than I would ever do for somebody. Okay, we need 15 more aluminum. Oh, this is so painful. You know what? I'm just gonna say fuck it. What would it take? 22 gold per turn? Sure, why not? We have 350 gold per turn. We're not gonna be on this planet for long anyways. Let's just do it this way. There we go. We got enough for our 30 aluminum. Let's go ahead and pop that bad boy in. Alright, so we do need to get this powered. We're going to get more power online there. I suppose, like I said, we could harvest the mech wop. We'll go ahead and sacrifice the builder there first. There. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but there's the dog, so I'll be right back. Oh, there we go. That's better. Being able to hear the music in the game. Alright. Oh. 1 second. Jeez. You're good, go lie down over here. There you go. Yeah. That's better. Alright, now that the technical difficulties are out of the way. Let's continue on our merry way to space. Oh shit, you know what I realized? Oh, good thing we're getting this next turn. I forgot to turn the +2 builder charge card back on. I'm... slipping. So Halder says, yeah, Saturday 5 p.m. now. Doing good. Life's been chaotic, but seems to be settling down again. Good to hear. How's that heat wave doing for you? Because you said it had died down a little bit, right? You were at least... Jesus, jeez, fucking really? You're a good girl. You can stay there. Okay, so hold on. We are going to transfer to another city, and we are going to transfer to this city here because it's the one that Pingala is assigned in, because this city is going to like get out a bunch of these real quick because we'll chop with Magnus, but yet this city has Pingala, so they'll be making it 30% faster, so it makes sense for us to send the production to the city that's going to produce 30% faster than Magnus, than the one with Magnus. Holler says, I dearly love to support you with the crackhead, but it's not in the budget just yet. I just love your explanations and gameplay. Maybe in the future. Oh no, man, I'm not saying that you have to. Like, don't take that the wrong way at all. Like, I literally, the only reason I did the 3-tier membership system is because YouTube told me to make a 3-tier membership system, so I did. Like, I honestly never thought anybody in a million years would, because I wouldn't do it. Like, I like the game mechanic and I've subscribed to him on Twitch. I would never pay him fucking $20 a month. Like, I think that's nuts. Like, and that's, like, I feel guilty almost that this guy is giving me $20 a month. Like, I appreciate the hell out of it, but, like, I don't expect it nor encourage it. Like... Okay, so let's sacrifice... Oh wait, never mind, we can't until... Cat Dragon says Jinx is popping bubble wrap. Gunner, get off. Hey. Good boy. Alright, how much more time do we got to go? We're at 34 now. That's something, I suppose. Alright, well, I guess we need to be ready to chop with these builders down here. And stop sacrificing them all until we at least chop that stuff out. Here we go. Here's a 3-charge builder. So we'll head over there. Yeah, Ahmed, you guys aren't close to each other at all, just close time zone wise, but New Zealand is definitely not very close to you. we'll head over there with that one. And so for anybody who's been popping in or is just kind of lurking and not talking at all, that's more than okay. Happy to have you here. But if you don't mind, do me a favor and smash the like button on the video. It just helps get the video get discovered, helps my channel get discovered. So it would mean a lot to me if you did take a second to quickly hit the thumbs up button on the video. Please and thank you. All right.
Scientific leadership give me Scott. For swift and efficient travel, Amundsen.
Okie dokie. Alright, so better late than never, I suppose. We now get plus 20% science and 10% production. And we unlock our new government here. So we are definitely going to be switching to this immediately. And onward we go. Alright. So now we are definitely getting rid of skyscrapers. We are definitely putting in public works for our builders. Then we are definitely also putting in or no, we have it in International Space Agency Cryptography, Whistle Banking for the production, Democratic Legacy for the production, and yeah, we have e-commerce in for the production, and we're also going to go ahead and put in our, where is it? The one, not liberalism, or do we already have it in? No, we don't. Okay. Civil prestige is what I'm looking for. Established governors with at least 2 promotions provide +1 amenity and +2 housing. This one, but there's also another one. I swear I'm just completely blind. Yeah, I am completely blind. Whatever. We'll go ahead and put that in. Red team go. Game here says, yo, Minecraft was fun, but I'm here now. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you. Unfortunately, you're just catching the tail end of this because we're getting to space pretty soon here. In the meantime, though, yeah, like we're on our way to space, basically. We're 39 of 50 light years away and doing our best to get there even faster. There we go. So Magnus is now established in the city. So we are now going to actually chop. And is that the only builder? Okay, so we're not going to sacrifice this builder for once. We'll get him to head over there, I guess. And then in the meantime, we'll just randomly pick anything. It doesn't really matter. Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna be done before 5 turns probably, but oh well, whatever. Just in case we aren't. In the meantime, here we're gonna go and make sure that they are all working in the research station, which they are. And then we are going to tell them to do campus research grants. Alright, so we're production focused, so That's where we're sending them. Oh yeah, okay, so Haldor says, nah, it's still hot as shit. There's meant to be rain today and certainly looks threatening enough, but maybe only 2 millimeters so far. Either way, it wasn't going to dent our drought. Yeah, not to mention, then it probably gets humid as balls, right? Like... Alright, so here we are going to sacrifice... Hey, do you want me to make you something to eat pretty soon? Do you want pierogies or do you want chicken fingers and fries?
Chicken fingers and fries.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost done on here, so I'll get to that pretty quickly. Alright, so let's go ahead and shop.
Do you want to do that waffle for and drink tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. We'll go ahead and sacrifice the builder there. We have this guy ready to go next turn. Here, we'll go ahead and excavate the artifact. We really don't care at this point. We only want to clear that up so we can build power on it. Is there another builder that we haven't killed yet, or is this our last builder? I think this is our last builder, so we'll actually go... We'll go there next turn, and then we'll kill ourselves the following turn. Choose the artifact. I don't really care. Cat Dragon says, you said humid as balls. Laugh out loud. That makes no sense and is funny. Alright, so we're still in power in this one. And we have 1 turn left, so we'll wait before we chop. Meanwhile, you can go there. You can go there. And you can go kill yourself. It sounds funny to be telling a builder, you can go kill yourself. Cat Dragon says, sweaty balls with chafing. And there we go.
Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust forward
Mission
into the
accomplished.
unknown. The first pioneers set forth on an uneasy course. And yet once again did our people thrive. Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course and make another world our own.
All right. So there we go. Mission accomplished. We paddled our canoes into space. So what turn was that? I didn't even notice. Or wait, would it show up? I never look at these things. We're obviously not very high on here. Oh, Lewis V, 15. That's okay. So 252 we finished at. Better than nothing, I suppose. Daniel says, is it always the same video? Yeah, it is always the same video. Like, there's a science video, there's a religious video of domination. Like, there's a video for every different type of wind condition in the game, but it's always the same one over and over once you've gotten those wind conditions. So Ahmed says, ugh, I can't even talk today. How can you beat DDA on science output and I'm struggling against Empire? Well, it's all about knowing what you're doing and practicing and like having done it so many times that you know there's always certain things that you can do to make your science output that much faster. There's certain wonders that you can get that really help you with and there's like certain, for instance, like certain great scientists are more powerful than others. Like you want to try and get Hataya or Haitaja, I forget her name. There's a great scientist in the ancient area you can get where she gives you +1 science for every library in your empire. So that's like if you have 12 or 15 cities, that's like 12 to 15 science per turn just from that one great scientist. Then there's Isaac Newton in the Renaissance area, and he gives you +2 science per university you have. So again, that's 24 to 30 more science per turn just from that great scientist. Then there's Albert Einstein in the industrial age. I think it's the industrial that he's in, but he gives you 4 science per turn per university you have. So you can just see like those 3 great scientists alone like help you win that much quicker. And then it's all about having the right policy cards in. Like if you look here, it's super important for you to get all right, where is it here? So it's super important to get where would it be? Yeah, it's the Civic. What am I talking about? I'm thinking. All right, so it is. Oh, it was 250. Turn 254 when we, or 253 when we won. Whatever. But anyway, so it's super important that you beeline for recorded history, so that you get the card Natural Philosophy in, and you always have this card in like from the very beginning. As soon as you unlock it, you never take this card out. And it's why it's very important that you try and get at least +3 science adjacency on all of your campuses, because it works with like this, so it would double it. But then once you get a little bit further here and you get to the Enlightenment, you put the Rationalism card in. And what it does is if your city population is above 10 or higher, it gives you 50% more science in that city. And then you get another 50% science. So you literally get 100% science in all of your cities if you have a population of 10 and you have at least an adjacency of +3. So having those 2 cards in are very, very powerful. And then as you go, you unlock other cards that help you out. Like then there's the 5-year plan here. Then it changes your campus and your industrial zones get added together. There's see, New Deal is the one I was looking for before that I couldn't find. But anyway, then there's like right here, the International Space Agency gives you +5% science per city-state you're the suzerain of. So policy cards are very important. Also, it's like we had really shitty city-states in this game, like really shitty ones. As you can see, there was only 1 science. However, there's what you want to do is when you're playing science, the wonders that you want to prioritize, if you can get it, like if you ever can get it, always go for pyramids first. Like you, as soon as you get Magnus, you should chop it out. Like if you have a location early, like within your first 3 cities that can build the pyramids, you should be beelining for masonry, because this single wonder is so powerful. Like having that extra builder charge for every single builder you build throughout the game is just crazy powerful. But other than the pyramids, you want to prioritize going for the Oracle, which is not in the technology tree, it's in the civic tree. But you want to... Oh my fucking Christ. Oh, one of my dogs just farted. It's rank. Sorry. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Oh. So you want to prioritize the Oracle here and get that going. Because what it does is your great people cost 25% less faith. That's less important unless you're playing a religious science game, but districts in this city provide +2 great person points of their type. So you want to get the Oracle going, and then on top of the Oracle, you want to make sure that you're promoting Pingala, because he also has +100% great people points generated in this city. So what you do is you get the Oracle, and then you move Pingala into whatever city you have the Oracle in. So if you get, for instance, then in that city, if you have a library, you get 1 great scientist point for your campus, 1 for your library, which is 2, and then you get the Oracle. We're just looking at it. Then you get the Oracle, which gives you an extra 2 great person points, right? So that's 4 then. But then you put Pingala in there, and that turns into 8 great person points, so 8 great scientist points per turn, and that really adds up. Other than that, the most powerful one after that you want to beeline for is you want to beeline to machinery right here, and it's for this wonder. I didn't build it this game because you need to have 2 of the same type of suzerainship. So you can see here, when you're the suzerain of a city-state, this city receives plus 15% boost to the type bonuses provided by that city-state. So, that's good, but the next part is why you want to build it. But you only build it if you have 2 science city-states or 2 culture city-states. Because then the next part of it says, if you are the suzerain of 2 or more city-states of that type, an additional plus 15% boost is given to all of your cities. So if you have 2 science city-states that you're suzerain of and you build this wonder, you get a plus 15% science boost to your entire empire, which is huge. Like, that's crazy huge. Not to mention, if you have 2 science and 2 science and 2 culture, you get plus 15% science in your whole empire and plus 15% culture, which is huge. It helps propel you into the game so fast. And then after that one, you want to, the next most important thing you want to try and go for is Forbidden City here, because it allows you to get an extra wildcard policy, which is super powerful because it's very flexible. Then also, the next one is Patala Palace, because it gives you an extra diplomatic policy card. And then not last but not least, then the other one is the Oxford University is the only other one you really want to target. Plus 20% science in the city, and awards 2 randomly chosen free technologies, which is crazy powerful, because that's like, it's not the boost to 2, it's not like 2 Eurekas, it's 2 full technologies, plus 20% science in that city. So it's pretty good, but not the end of the world if you missed it, like we missed it in this game. But then other than that, it's a matter of prioritizing getting up to education, so you can get your universities online as quickly as you can, and you build them throughout all your cities as soon as you can. And then after that, you beeline it basically, other than those wonders I talked about, you want to beeline it up to chemistry as quickly as you can, so that you can get research labs going as throughout all of your cities. And you want to get your cities up to 10 population as fast as you can, and that's basically the trick. Other than that, try and save 2 cities that you're not going to chop anything in, and you save all the chops. So like, you save 2 cities that have lots of forests, lots of stone, or lots of rainforest, and you save them all and don't chop them until you get to the end of your game, and that's when you chop them to help you get to space quicker. But yeah, that's basically it, how you win a game. And for the culture tree, it's just super important. Like, after the early beginnings and stuff like that, like I said, you want to prioritize recorded history so you can get natural philosophy. And then you want to prioritize to feudalism after that, because you want to be able to get 2 extra charges on your builders, which helps you develop your empire more. And then you want to go to the Enlightenment as quickly as you can. Oh, sorry, not the Enlightenment. First to Exploration to get your new government, then to the Enlightenment. And then after you get the Enlightenment, then you just want to beeline straight to Democracy as quickly as you can. And after Democracy, then you beeline it straight to Rapid Deployment for this wonder right here, which you also want to plan for. Like, you want to, if you don't have tundra right near your city, you find a spot, like we found ours right here, and then you make sure to form a cultural alliance with that nation, that nation, so that they don't apply loyalty pressure to you, like how I screwed up and almost lost our city. But yeah, so let's see. Haldor says, I'll have to go and watch all the previous vids now. What's that? Turn 255? I think it was technically turn 253 because I clicked play one more turn, so we're on the next turn, which is 254. So we won the game before we ended the turn last turn. But yeah, it's turn 253, so not too good at all, but it's okay, I suppose. We got to space, that's what counts. Daniel says, with that Civ, it's a good run. Yeah, like the Cree are not meant to be scientific. Like they don't have a specific victory condition that they're very powerful at, more so than any other. So I mean, I'm happy with it, I suppose. I would have liked it to be better, but oh well. We got there. That's the most important thing. So Gameteer says, what are your plans for your next vids? I would love to see a Congo, Scotland, or England game. So the plans are for streaming. The next streaming game we're doing is on Monday. We're going to be starting a brand new game where we're playing a naval domination game, and we're going to be using a modded Civ that Daniel told me about, where we're going to be playing as the pirates. It's like a pirate civilization, and so we're going to be doing that next on the stream. As far as the playthroughs on the actual channel go, we're finishing the Brazil religious game. Like I've finished the game already, but there's still 4 more videos I have to get up on the channel. And I'm going to be alternating between the Brazil religious game and the Japanese religious science game until those are both out. And then the next game I'm going to be playing is a religious domination game with Germany. And after that, I think a peaceful... well, I might do the religious... Yeah, we'll see. After that, it's either going to be a religious domination game with Germany or a peaceful domination game with Eleanor. But again, one of those might be on stream. I don't know. It all depends what comes first. But after those ones... Well, you said England. There you go. I can do an England... I'll choose Eleanor of England instead of France. Excuse me. So that would work out for your preferences there. Cat Dragon says 50% and 50% are compounded, which is like saying plus 125%. Are they compounded? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Cat Dragon says dog feces fart atom bombs in the air. Yeah, ugh. Science elevator farts. Amma says, so you need to pay attention to multipliers. Yeah, you need to pay attention to multipliers. Like your policy cards really, really make a huge difference. And so you, like I said, the minimum adjacency that you want to aim for is 3. So it's not that hard to accomplish. Like if you put a campus beside one mountain and 2 rainforests, that's 2. And then if you put it next to your city and add 1 more district for a district triangle, that's 3. Or if it's next to 2 mountains, like as long as you have a +2 adjacency to start with on your campus, as long as you then put either your city beside it and then 1 more district or 2 other districts, you get +3. So it's actually like very easy to get a +3 adjacency campus. It's not hard to do. You might not have it right away, but the trick is to get it eventually, right? Because if you don't have it right away, that's fine. It's when you want to have it by the time you get to the Enlightenment. But the Enlightenment is in the Renaissance era. Like, it's pretty far into the game, right? So you have, like, all this time to get your cities up to +3 adjacency before you get here. So it's lots of time to get them up, the boosts up there. So Daniel says, with the Cree, it's awesome. Their theme song is Poop on Me. I like the Cree music. I hate the Coupe's Maori music. That music I can't stand. Daniel says, Black Bartholomew Roberts. Yes, I think he's the leader. Or wasn't it Henry Avery? I forget. Or is there 3 of them? Because I thought it was... Or is Henry Avery the religious one that I didn't want to play? I don't know. I'm going to have to take a look. But we're doing that on Monday, and I'm really looking forward to it. But other than that, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in as always. I appreciate you spending your time with me. And, yeah, if you haven't already, leave a like on the video. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Poop on me, poop on me. Alright, I'm not even going to go there, Daniel. But, I'm going to shut up and get the hell off. So, have a good night, and I'll see you back online on Monday night if you join me. But, other than that, take care.